Hi everyone, this is the second part on how to keep painting this Christmas card. So I got disconnected, so we know now that this not just happened just in YouTube. So I'm going to wait just a little bit for you guys to show up. I'm preparing my yellow oxide with a little bit of white. And if you're here, I would love to hear from you guys. So this is the second part on how to paint this little kitty. Okay, so let's prepare my light amber with white or yellow oxide with white, and I'm going to start adding whatever I see that I want to have the lightest part of its fur. And I'm going to start doing these strokes here and there. And some areas has more white than other ones, or lighter areas in its fur. So I'm going to keep adding some color, and by applying these colors I want as well to be doing its fur. So if you're here, I would love to hear from you. And we're going to go back and forth with light colors, dark colors, but always I like just to start with or dark or light, and today was light color. Hi Barbara. Yes, something happened that it got interrupted. So see, not just Facebook has this bad reputation. So I'm adding some of this white with the ochre or with the yellow oxide. So I hope the rest of the group are going to be able to see that we start a new video. Just out of the blue got disconnected. I didn't do anything. Hello again guys, sorry. This is the second part. We're adding more texture to its fur by applying white into my yellow oxide, or you can use as well ochre. Okay, and I'm like looking which parts has like a lightest area. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, like I'm going like doing strokes here, some strokes here, here, and in some point I'm going to go back and forth with the three colors. You will see. Okay, so but the most important part for me is just the strokes. Okay, so I'm going to change my brush for the small one, round, and I want to grab a little bit of my burnt sienna that I have it here. First I want to mix it. So the fur. So I'm going to start applying burnt sienna, and I'm going to like start in the paws and the tail, and then I'm going to move. Okay, this is more like a reddish. And I'm doing strokes, and I want to see the lines. I want to be able to see the strokes, the lines. little bit in its nose with a tip. Let me do a zoom in. Give me 1 second. I want to do a zoom in to the cat like that. You guys are going to be able to see it better. A little bit here with the tip of my brush. And then I'm moving the paint inside, very barely touching my canvas and the bottom of its lip, and this part here, a little bit here. So let's load more of the paint, and let's keep moving, adding some fur, applying different directions. And the pattern, I want to have darker color. Okay. So now I don't want to even clean this guy, so I want to add some of my burnt umber, sorry. I want to move it here, and I want to add more water. And let me check on you guys. Yeah, sorry that something happened, got disconnected. So guys, I'm stop fighting with social media. It is what it is, right? So I'm going to start in the bottom, and the same technique, I'm doing strokes. So I'm loading my brush, and I want to have like lines, so I'm not worried if I'm leaving lines. Actually, that's what I want, to leave lines. So I'm going besides the burnt sienna. Okay, let's keep moving. It's too much. Moving around. It's important to have your reference picture in front of you, like that you know where exactly you need to add darker color. Like for instance, this part, because we want to separate its hand, paw, arm from its back. Okay, so it's coming along here. So let me clean my brush. And now I'm going to go back with my white that I have here with a little bit of my oxide yellow or my ochre, and I want to add more water. I want to move a little bit like that. You guys know what I'm talking about it. In my white and a little bit of ochre. And with the tip again, let's start again. Barely I'm touching the canvas. And I'm going in the top. But you don't want to cover what you already paint, right? This is just to give more texture to the fur, volume, you know? So I'm going to grab a little bit of my burnt umber that I have here, and I'm going to be mixing it with the white I have it in my brush. I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then I'm going to come back and again add some tiny brushes, strokes. And the idea of acrylic for me is to go back and forth with all your colors. This white with my yellow ochre or yellow oxide. This part is important to have it lighter. But here I'm going to keep adding some fair, just using the tip of my brush. Okay, so let's move to this part. Loading my brush again with the same white with a little yellow oxide or your ochre, and I'm going to go back again. I don't want to cover what I did, but I want to give more texture to the fur with the tip of my brush. You can wait this to get dried to make adding more layers or glazing. So let's keep moving, and I want you to see how I move my hand and how I'm doing this movement, just to make sure to look that the fur has like normal movement, you know. Oh, that's so cute, Barbara. So with the same white with ochre, I'm going to add some again in between these two browns. And here I'm going to like go back and forth with the color that I feel I'm missing. So for instance, here I want to add a little more of ochre or the yellow oxide. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush. I want to load it again because I want to have the edge of its bow more with this color. Okay, clean my brush. I want to go again with my darker brown, that is my burnt sienna, and I want to grab a little bit of black that I have here. Just a tiny black. Contrast. We're looking for contrast. A little bit of black in the bottom. Okay. Grab a brown. Let's add a little brown black here and here in the middle and here. Little water. And the tip. To clean my brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow oxide of ochre, whatever color you're working with, And I want to add here some color. See, when you're painting fur, you need to go slow building it. You cannot just go and jump. And in some point, you are going to be working with all your colors at the same time of the fur. So that's why it's important to have it close to you. And I'm using just the tip of my brush doing as many strokes I can. I'm not going to clean my brush. I want to grab a little bit of the burnt sienna that I have it here. And by doing this, you make already a new color, because I want to have new color here and a little bit here, just like that. And now that I have this like a pinkish, I want to add some color in his cheeks, like this. I want to clean my brush, take out the excess of the water, because I want to blend it into the canvas like this. Okay, so now let's keep moving with the fur. I want to grab a little bit of the ochre or the yellow oxide that we have here, and I'm going to paint its paws, its fingers, paws. A little bit of my burnt sienna. Let me grab some water and mixing the color that I have here. Because with the tip of my brush, I want to just go outside, outline. Then I'm going to clean it like this. And I want to blend it. I want to grab a little bit of black with the burnt umber that I have it here, to give more definition this part. Clean my brush. Clean my brush, and I want to grab a little bit of the white that we have here, and there you go. Okay, so let's do the another one. Let me check on you. So far so good. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Then a little bit of the white. Clean my brush and blend it. So now I want to grab a little bit of the burnt sienna that I have it here. I want to just cover this part. There you go. A little bit again. Okay, so let me clean my brush. And here I want to grab a little bit of my oxide, yellow oxide of your ochre. And I'm just correcting this color. Here and there. Just a little color here and there. I'm gonna grab this white. Okay, so let's leave this part alone. And what I'm going to wanna do now is to paint its hat. Okay, let me check on you guys. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to grab a little bit of the red that we have here. I'm going to mix it first because it's almost dry. Let me just move my palette. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Okay, so now I want to look where the hat is. Some of the hat got like loose because of the blue, but it's okay because we're going to be adding it right now. And we're going to be need to give like more than one coat here. It's okay. We can paint part of the scarf. And of course, it's Christmas, so we want a very like Christmas color, so why not green and red, right? Just to be sure that this is dry. And I'm not worried to go inside because remember, we can go back. Or you can be doing it like a very like carefully. And let me check on you guys. Okay. Clean my brush. I'm going to grab my light green, this tallow green or your grass green, whatever green you have that is light. And very careful. Let's start applying some of this red, this green. I load too much my brush and I just want to work with the tip. This is the first coat. And here it looks like it doesn't have like too much sense, but when we will be adding more like colors, you will see. We just need to give a little time to get dry. But I want to be using my hair dryer. Okay, I'm coming back. It's beginning to look like Christmas. Oh, so sweet. There you go, I'm back. And I'm going to grab a thinner liner brush to make more like thin texture. Let me just look for the correct brush. Here it is. Oops. Okay. So I have this very thin liner. It's a short liner, 1810. And I recommend you to have one for acrylic and one for watercolor, okay? So let me just move my stuff. And I want to start by applying the same green. I have the liner because we're going to use it, not now, but it's there. So, and we're going to add the same bright green to his eyes. And now, with the liner, I want you to grab some of the emerald color . Let me check on you guys. Good. I'm going to go all around first. And in the top. And I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to be moving this color. And I want to grab a little bit of my dark blue, that is my phthalo blue, and I'm going to mix it with my emerald color. And I want to add a little darker color here, and in the top the same in the bottom and in the top. And I want to go with the darker color and go all my left side of its eye like this. Some of the phthalo green just to mix it. Phthalo blue with the emerald. Clean my brush. I'm blending it. I want to grab a little bit of the black. we're going to be painting all the people first in black. And I want you to add the outline like this. Clean your brush. And we're going to wait a little bit this to get dry. So now I'm gonna grab a little bit of my white that I have it here. Let me add some water. And the bottom I have a white. So let me grab a white with my thin brush and bring them close to the red. And I wanna just grab a little tiny of the red and mix it because I wanna paint its nose. Let me grab a little bit more of red because the top part I wanted to have more, like not darker pink, but medium pink. Let me wet my brush. A little bit of red again. Clean my brush in my rag. Just move it the color like this. I want to grab a little bit of my burnt umber. Let me just grab water. Just a little bit because I want to make this line here that separate its nose and a little fur like this around. A little bit of water. Again, let me grab water, a little bit of my burnt umber, more water, and I want to add a big smile. There you go. I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to wait this to get dry to keep moving. So I'm going to clean my number round 2. I'm going to grab again just white that I have in the bottom of my palette here. I'm going to add a little water. A little thick because we want to add this part of its hat need to be thick paint. I'm going to leave this part without because we need to add some of them. We need to paint its ears. So just this part, like that you guys can see it. We hear you, Canela. Okay, so I'm not going to clean, well, let's clean my brush. Let's clean my brush and grab a little bit of white with a little bit of yellow oxide. We want to paint inside its ear first with this color And then I want to grab a little bit of the pink that we have here and add a little pink. I want to clean my brush and grab burnt umber that have it here. So an ambulance, I don't know if it's an ambulance or a squirrel, they saw something. A little bit of black. Again, burnt umber with black. Let me read to you guys. Rudolph. It was a little tiny red, right? Yeah. I like to be like grabbing little pieces. So here I'm going to just add with the tip, and let's go and add some brown here and brown here. Okay, let's go again. And again with the tip, brown here and here. Let me just clean it because I want to grab a little bit of the burnt sienna. Let me just grab a little bit, and I want to add just a tip of color to change a little bit its ears. Clean very well my brush because I'm going to go back to my white. Very thick, okay? Oh, that's a good news. That's a really good news. Wow. Good job, James. Stand up, right? That's a good news. Yes, really good news. Just a part of the ears with a thick white because we're going to go back to the red. I want to just have the ears kind of ready. Okay, wash your brush and grab red again. Very thick paint red here. So with my brush that has red, I'm going to grab a little bit of black and mix it. More red to make this deep red. And I want to mix these two colors. I want to have this deep color. Like this. Okay, so I'm going to change for my little tiny one because I want to take advantage that I have this red, and I want to apply in the sizes of the red area from the scarf because I want to use my two brushes. So I clean the brush, I take out the excess of the water, and I wanna drag the red inside. Look at this. Okay, let's load my brush again. Oh, that's so sweet, and I'm sure he will be doing it. Good for him. Good for him. Too much paint. Let's go back 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, and drag the paint. Let's keep moving. And I'm flipping and changing my brushes. Maybe he's going to be coming for this Christmas Eve. I will keep you in my prayers. This part is tiny, so I prefer to do it with a tiny brush. Okay, so now with the same brush, I'm going to grab like straight red, and I want to make some lines in the middle. A little bit of water because it was too thick in the middle. So by having like thick paint, you're making again some texture here. Okay, let's go and do the green. So I have here my emerald color. I'm going to add the color in the edges. And let me just wash very well this brush because we're going to be doing the same. Again. (2022) is a good year, right? Something that we need to be thankful is that even if I complain about the electronics, you can be doing FaceTime, right? With the person that you love. I do FaceTime with my mom all the time and with my kids. So that will connect each other. If we cannot be in the same room, physical, we're going to be virtual, right? Yeah, 2022 is a good year. Thank you, Barbara. It's coming along. So I just hope the first part got safe. I will not know until we will finish it. I like to add like a thick paint in the edges. Like that I can have the opportunity to drag it like this. And always is to the center of the color. Okay. Okay, looks it's coming along. We have here 2 greens, so I'm going to grab a little bit of this blue because I want to make it the separation between the scarf. So what I'm going to do is to grab this blue and I'm going to go and make a line like this, and with my dry brush that we had been using, I'm going to add this shadow. Like this. Got it? Because we want to see difference between these two. So let's grab again blue. Oh yeah, I totally agree. And I think not just James. It's like a lot of people are doing the same as you guys. Okay, so I like how the scarves start looking more like with volume. And here we need to define more. So I'm going to add this line here. And this time it's going to be the opposite. And in the bottom. Okay, so now that I have this color in my brush, I want to grab a little bit of my burnt umber. Let me grab more of the phthalo blue with my burnt umber. That is my darker brown. Take out the excess of the paint, and I want to add some shadows here. Clean your brush, very clean. Take out the excess of the water and then make some strokes like this. That's going to help you to give the shadow that we're looking that the scarf is projecting to the fur. Yes, it's frozen this side as well. So I'm going to keep going in case that the video is going to be recording. So I don't want to waste the opportunity of that. So this is not dry, but the eyes are dry already. So I'm going to grab with this part of my brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of white, and I want to add some highlights into its pupils. I'm going to grab again white and add these little dots here and there. And with my thin brush, I'm going to grab again white, and I want to add 2 extra highlights here, more white, a little bit here and here. And with the white and a lot of water, I'm adding water to my white. I'm going to just add some extra lines in white here and there. That is going to help me to finish the fair. So we don't need to stop, we need to keep moving with the light white with water. And some of the fur are going to be in the top of the scarf, like this, in the bottom of its eyes, again in the highlight, like this. More white with water, and I'm going to add some highlights. And by doing this, we're almost done with the fur. Okay, if you can see this video, please let me know, because here on this side it got frozen. So I need to keep moving, adding more fur, more lines, more highlights here and there. And with this brush, I'm going to load it again with white, very thick white. See, it still is wet, the red still is wet, so we just need to wait a little bit, but we can add it here, very thick white. Very, very thick white. I'm going to use my hair dryer because I want to dry the paint. So I'm going to still working because I don't want to lose the video, and then I'm going to just edit it inside of YouTube. So I'm going to keep working with white, thick white paint, and I'm going to be adding thick strokes into the white part of its hat, and by dragging the white outside, I'm going to be doing this little, like, you know how this hat has the little, I want to say like feathers. And with my thin brush, and I'm going to add white again with a lot of water, because I want to add those tiny peaks of feathers coming out of this hat. So I'm moving my brush in all directions, and this will look so cute because the background we have red one side and we have the blue the other side and the brown. Okay, so now I'm going to check this part of the hat, the pompon. I'm going to be adding this white, thick white paint. And I'm moving my brush in all directions to make it look that it has volume. Thick paint always is good in this case. And with my thin brush, again, white with a lot of water, I'm going to add these little spikes here and there in all directions, and then I'm going to make look fluffy. Okay, almost done, guys. So while we are waiting this to get dry, we can work a little bit with our background. So with the back part of my brush, I'm going to load my brush with white, and I'm going to start adding tiny dots all around the background in my doodles. And these type of dots need to be the different sizes, and we don't want to have it all the same, like in a line, so we want movement. Okay, so I'm going to keep, and something that I like how it looks is when we do this in the black areas. So whatever you see black, start adding these dots. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to start a new video that is going to be part number 3, because I want to be able to share with you guys. Okay,